Hello there, my hypothetical viewers, and welcome back to Ordinary Gaming, where we are playing some more Dark Souls 2. In the last video, we defeated the Skeletal Lords and made our way into Harvest Valley. And, as always, here is my good friend Orden Harry helping me out. Orden Harry and I had some technical issues getting into this video, so there's a couple of things I won't be able to show you and a couple of things I will be doing for the second time. Sorry about that, guys. Sometimes we lose footage. And it can't really be helped. Yeah, everyone say hello to Harry. So first thing I'm going to cover is, when you first make it into Harvest Valley, there will be a lady sitting right here. She is the Titanite Merchant. She's the person who you will be buying your Titanite chunks and special stones from throughout the course of the game. If you want her to move to a more accessible area and open up some of her additional stock, simply talk to her until she says she's going to move on, at which point you will find her in Majula. I will show you where she is in Majula when we make our way back there. So I mentioned earlier that Harvest Valley is probably one of my least favorite areas in this game, and the main reason should be fairly apparent from where I am standing right now. This green mist sucks. I hate any game that requires you to... I hate any game with a poison element in it. And this game just makes a particularly irritating point of making poison very, very obnoxious. Oh, seems like Harry's saying hello to our friend over there. The last couple of times I played through this game, I had a way to sort of mitigate the poison that was in this area. My first character was a cleric, and I had access to a miracle that reversed the effects of poison. My second time through, I was playing a character with high adaptability and thus high poison resistance. This time, I don't have any of that, which is why you can see those 87 life gems sitting in my inventory right now. Those are the way I'm going to overcome the poison in this area. I didn't do anything funny to get those life gems. I simply used the souls that we had collected over the course of the game up until this point. Anyway, since we had some technical issues, as I already mentioned, there were a whole bunch of items in this area that I picked up. No longer need to pick them up, because I've already picked them up, obviously. But I'm still going to show you where a couple of important things are. Firstly, out there in the poisonous smog, you will find a Titanite chunk, a Titanite, a piece of Titanite, small little pieces of Titanite, and a few faded souls, as well as some poisoned throwing daggers. In here... Oh dear, I actually forget what's in this chest. Oh dear. Well, that's not the important thing. The important thing is down here. There's a chest in that small hallway down there that you can just barely see out the bottom of my screen. That one right there has a fire seed in it. So if you're building a pyromancer, fire seeds are what you need to upgrade your pyromancy flame. You'll need to go down there and collect that for it. Carrying on. As you can see, we've got a couple more happy fellows over there. We're just going to hop up into a sniper position so we can kill them without danger of them attacking us. These fellows can't shoot up. So, if you just get above them, they will be very little of a threat to you. They will continue trying to shoot up at you, but they will never hit you. I have mixed feelings about what they've done to bows in Dark Souls 2. In Dark Souls 1, you didn't really run out of stamina when you were using a bow, not unless it was something like the dragon slaying bow. As you can probably tell from my stamina, it's much more possible to run out of stamina in Dark Souls 2. But I definitely do like the fact that they've increased how quickly you can draw and release an arrow. As well as the fact that you can draw an arrow and actually move while you have it drawn. I have yet to try an archer build in Dark Souls 2. I'm sure it's very interesting. I kind of would like to try it. Any build that relies heavily on long range, though, I feel would have a lot of difficulty with some of the later bosses. Some of the later bosses sort of require you to be standing very close to them, otherwise to draw out an attack that's extremely difficult to dodge. Anyway, had this been the first time I was coming through this area, this lever would have been down, and this lever would have been up, and that door would have been down. In order to open that door, you just need to come up here and pull this lever. I would demonstrate for you if I could. Coming through here, you might be tempted to head straight ahead, but I would highly recommend taking a right over here, as you will find a bonfire if you do so. So simply light the bonfire. If you're going to be spending a lot of time in this area, you might find it to be useful. Oh. Apparently Harry is leaving us. Well, goodbye, Harry. That's too bad. Oh, what's this? A golden summoning sign. Well, that's interesting. My goodness, Harry, you've had a makeover. Look at you. You're golden now. Hey, well, it seems like our good friend Harry has gone and joined the Heirs of Sunlight. Oh? And he wants to show us something. Alright then. So the Heirs to Sunlight would be, or is it the Heirs to the Sun? Would be the Dark Souls 2 equivalent of the Brotherhood of Sunlight from the first game. Their primary focus is co-op. By joining the Heirs to the Sun, you make your summon sign more likely to be seen in other people's games, as well as are able to earn something called Sunlight Medallions when you help someone defeat a boss. I wonder what Harry's intending to show us, though. This isn't the way we want to go. We want to go in there. Oh well. Harry went through all the trouble of becoming an heir to the sun. Might as well see what he wants. Oh! That poor guy didn't know what hit him. There we go. I don't like those big buggers anyway. Whoa, slow down there, Harry. Oh! So this is what he wanted to show us. This is the altar of sunlight. As you can see, you can enter the Brotherhood of the Sun right here. And once you've entered, you can also offer this altar sunlight medallions, which you earn by killing bosses, as I've already mentioned. Paying sunlight medals to the Altar of the Sun will unlock you a few rewards. I believe a shield, a sword, and then a miracle. The first two are kind of mediocre. The sword itself is actually decent enough. But the miracle is quite powerful, something called Sunlight Spear. It's the only way in the game for you to get it is to earn 30 medallions and offer them to the altar. I wonder, will Harry be throwing sunlight at some point during our playthrough this game? I somewhat doubt it, but hey, you never know. Nope, no sunlight spear for Harry. You could go down that way if you want to. It will... If you have a lockstone to trade, you can eventually pick up something called the Poison Bite Ring, which will give you quite a good amount of poison resistance. I'm not going to do it in this playthrough just because I intend to get out of this damn area as quickly as possible. So simply head up here. Make sure to kill all these guys on your way up. Oh, thanks, Harry. I missed that one. And there we go. I think Harry can be left to take care of that. Also, once you're coming up those stairs, you might have noticed that the this little alcove towards the left. Right down there. With this ugly little thing sitting in it. If you drop down here, run over here and pick up some Skeptic Spice. I don't really have any use for Skeptic Spice. But if you happen to be playing a low faith build and still want to cast miracles, you might want to look into picking up some for yourself. Alright. Now in here, we have another one of those big guys with the hammer, as well as a few of these ugly little buggers. They happen to be protecting this chest. Now we'll get to the chest in a moment, right after we've killed this guy. Harry, if you would be so kind. Harry's trying to break the chest because he happens to know this thing's trapped and has nothing of value in it. In case you want me to prove it, I am going to equip a shield. Just to make sure. So, open sesame. Bear in mind, that will not always be a crossbow. Sometimes it will be a trap that causes bleeding, a trap that causes poison, or in some very rare circumstances, it will just plain explode. That's worth noting should you come to this area, but as you can see, it's not really worth it for just a torch. On the other side of this door, we have our boss for the area. The Covidous Demon. This ugly fucker is a pain in the ass, but I'm going to show you an easy way to deal with him. If you take out a bow, you can shoot these containers above his head. And I will do that the second it's clear that Harry has his attention. Shoot these, and you will give something for the Covetous Demon to eat. There you go. Oh, but those things didn't look too healthy, did they? Oh. As you can probably see, the Covidous Demon is not feeling too healthy after doing that. And he will focus on these guys. They will be his primary target until all three are dead. Which will give you plenty of time to just lay into him and do as much damage as you possibly can. The Covidous Demon's an easy fight anyway. He doesn't tend to be very aggressive, and most of his attacks are really well choreographed. Not choreographed. He has a lot of tells on his attacks, so he is very easy to beat. But if you're looking for an easy way to beat him, just go ahead and shoot those barrels. Thanks a lot for the help, Harry. Enjoy your sunlight medal. And now that Harry's gone, we'll head on to our next destination. We are currently trying to make our way to the top of this tower, in case you were wondering. Oh, and what have we here? Lucatiel of Mira again.
A wretched place.
Go ahead and talk to her. No particular reason. You can't summon her into the fight for this area, but she will give you that very nice ring. I'll show you that real fast. She didn't give us the ring? Is that the wrong area? Am I thinking of the wrong place?
O land of myth, there is a life with two.
Hold on a moment. That's strange. I thought she gave you the Ring of Steel protection.
Life was bad, and then I. Have you heard of an fine and a hot one?
I'll have to replay this video to make sure exactly what she gave me.
I suppose I'm sorry. I suppose.
I feel sorry for Lucatiel, if I'm to be entirely honest. She seems like she's had a very tough life. Anyway, I think we're going to call this video a bit earlier than usual. It's pretty late here, and I would like to get to having my dinner and maybe taking a break from recording.